let's talk about question number 5. Okay, now question number 5 asks you, so we are talking about subpart 5, which asks you to solve cos A minus sin A plus cos A plus sin A minus 1 is equal to cosec A plus cot A. And this is just I have written for the sake of reference, Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so now what you are expected to do is you are always expected to start off with the lesser complex term and then come down to proving the more complex term in terms of the lesser complex term. What I intend to say is I'll just prove it in a minute. So let's say now this is my right hand side value, and this is equal to my left hand side value. So I advise start off with a lesser complex value, which can be interpreted or concluded earlier than the other part when we are talking about LHS and RHS. So in this case, I know this is hypotenuse upon perpendicular and this is base upon perpendicular. So you need to prove this from the left hand side. Now let's see what is the left hand side. This is h upon b minus p. Okay. This is cos, so I'll be writing it as b upon h minus p upon h, okay, plus 1, which I can write it as h upon h divided by b by h plus p by h minus 1, which I can write it as h upon h. That means the left hand side expression is b minus p plus h divided by b plus p minus h. Now can I rewrite this as this is b minus p minus h, and this, the denominator, I can write it as b plus p minus h. Once I have written this, now I can multiply the numerator and the denominator by b plus p minus h in order to get a kind of a square, and when I get a square I will be able to use Pythagoras theorem. Okay, can I say this can be further written as this is b minus p minus h whole square divided by b square minus p minus h whole square. Okay, when I solve this, I get this is b square minus 2b into p minus h plus p minus h whole square, this entire divided by b square minus p square plus 2ph minus h square, because there is a minus sign here. Okay, now talking about the numerator, so will I get b square minus 2bp minus, which is plus now 2bh plus p square minus 2ph plus h square. Now this entire divided by b square. Now b square minus p square, can we use? No. Can we use b square minus h square? B square minus h square. So I am picking up this and this, so which can be written as minus p square. So in this case the denominator boils down to minus 2p square plus 2ph. Okay, so from here I get a faint idea that in the numerator also I need to get a common factor like p minus h. Okay, so now let us see how to get a p minus h from there. So can I say if I combine this and this, I get an h square, so which is just like saying h square, right? Now combining this and this, so now plus this, which becomes 2h square. So I have taken this and this minus 2ph minus 2bp plus 2bh divided by, now if I take 2p as common in the denominator, I get 2p h minus p. So from the numerator also I need to get a common factor as h minus p, which I'll get. So if I take 2h as common, I get h minus p, so which is taking these two, and from here if I take 2b as common, I again get h minus p, and in the denominator we already got it as 2p into h minus p. So this gets cancelled out and we'll be able to say this is 2h plus 2b upon 2p, which is just like saying h plus b upon p, which is your right hand side value. So LHS is equal to RHS, hence proved. Talking about question number 6. So let's start off with the lesser. So this is LHS and this is RHS. So talking about the RHS now, so sec is reciprocal of cos. So can I say this becomes hypotenuse of base, and this is perpendicular upon base. So you just need to prove this. So now talking about the left hand side value, can I say this is nothing but 1 plus p by h divided by 1 minus p by h, which can further be written as this is under root of h plus p divided by h minus p. Now if I multiply inside the under root itself, if I multiply the numerator and denominator by h plus p, I get h plus p whole square divided by h square minus p square. Now h square minus p square is b square. So just for the sake of reference here, if I find out under root of x square, I can write it as x, plus x is what I can write it as. So in this case now this is nothing but h plus p divided by b, which is equal to your RHS. So since LHS is equal to RHS, hence proved. Talking about question number 7. So can I say this is equal to perpendicular upon base? So this is what we need to prove, starting off with the RHS. Now this is your LHS. So can I rewrite LHS as this is sine theta into 1 minus 2 sine square theta divided by cos theta into 2 cos square theta minus 1. So from here I'll be able to write this is nothing but tan theta into something now into this. So we basically need to prove that this should come out to be a 1. This is 2 cos square theta. So if I wish, I can use the trigonometric identities as it is, and which trigonometric identity I am asking you to use. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to a 1. Or as we discussed earlier in our earlier videos also, that please don't bother yourself. You just need to remember two things, which is the Pythagoras rule, which is p square plus b square is equal to h square, and the value of the 6 trigonometric ratios to solve any question on trigonometry. Okay, so now this I can write it as this is nothing but 1 minus 2p square by h square divided by 2b square by h square minus 1. So which is just like saying this becomes p by b, which is tan theta, into h square minus 2p square, which we can always write it as h square minus p square minus p square. What is the objective? H square minus p square is equal to a b square, and this we can always write as this is 2b square minus h square. So b square minus h square plus b square. So this further can be written as p by b, and h square minus p square is equal to b square. So the numerator becomes b square minus p square, and b square minus h square becomes minus p square. So the numerator is also p square minus b square, and the denominator is also b square minus p square. They get cancelled out, and eventually you get the answer as p by b, which is equal to your RHS, the right hand side value. Since LHS is equal to RHS, you'll be able to say hence proved. Right? Let's move on to subpart 8. Let's talk about question number 8. So we are talking about subpart 8, which says sin a plus cosec a whole square plus cos a plus sec a whole square is equal to 7 plus tan square a plus cot square a. As discussed, let us start off with the less complex part first, which is taking the right hand side value, So can I say the right hand side value can be written as 7 plus p square by b square plus b square by p square, right? Now let us talk about the left hand side value. So the left hand side value here is sin a is p by h plus h by p whole square plus b by h plus h by b whole square. So this can be further written as this is p by h whole square plus h by p whole square. So we are using the formula of the algebraic we are using the expansion of a plus b whole square plus twice of p by h into h by p, which is 2 only. Further b by h whole square plus h by b whole square plus 2, because twice of this into this. So using this, this, this and this. Now we know that p square plus b square is equal to h square if this entire expression is divided by h square, which is just like saying p square by h square plus b by b square by h square will be equal to 1. So 2 plus 2 plus 1 gives me 5 plus h square by p square plus h square by b square. I know that the right hand side value should not have an h in it. So in that case, I'll convert using Pythagoras theorem. I'll say this is nothing but 5 plus p square by b square. P square plus b square divided by p square plus p square plus b square divided by b square. And this eventually gives me 5 plus 1 plus b by p, which is b square by p square plus 1 plus p square by b square. So finally I'll write this as this is 5 plus 1 plus 1, which is 7 plus p square by b square plus b square by p square. So this is equal to RHS, hence proved. Okay, talking about question number 9. So question number 9 says cosec a minus sin a into sec a minus cos a is equal to 1 divided by tan a plus cot a. Now I feel that the lesser complex term is on the right hand side. So can we say this is nothing but 1 divided by p by b plus b by p, which can further be written as 1 divided by p square plus b square divided by bp using Pythagoras theorem. And this is just like saying 1 divided by something and that something divided by another something. So this goes in the numerator. So we'll be able to say this is bp, and using Pythagoras here we'll say this is h square. So finally I can write it as this is b by h into p by h, which is just like saying sin theta into cos theta. Talking about, so this was the RHS value, RHS. Talking about the LHS now. So LHS, what will I get? This is cosec. So cosec can be written as h by p minus p by h into h by b minus b by h. So can this be rewritten as this is h square minus p square upon ph, which is p into h, multiplied with h square minus b square upon b into h, which is bh. Using Pythagoras theorem I can say h square minus p square is equal to a b square. So this will be written as b square upon ph, and this will be p square upon bh. Using the rules of indices, I can say that one b would be left in the numerator and one p would be left in the numerator. Is this expression equal to the right hand side expression? Yes. So LHS is equal to RHS, hence proved. Now this question number 10 comes as a different question. Why? Because there are 3 terms here to be proved equal to one another. So in that case, let us take the rightmost term, which is tan. So can I say this is nothing but p square by b square? So we just need to prove that this, let's say if this is LHS, let's say this is RHS, we just need to prove that LHS is equal to RHS, which is equal to p square by b square. Okay, so let's just draw a line in between and try and prove it. So talking about the LHS now, so can I write it as 1 plus p square by b square divided by 1 plus b square by p square, and then we further write it as this is nothing but b square plus p square divided by b square multiplied with p square plus b square, and then further divided by p square. So this gets cancelled out and we get an expression like 1 divided by b square and b square further divided by p square. So p square goes in the numerator and you'll eventually say this is p square by b square, which is equal to your rightmost term that you were supposed to prove. So coming down to RHS, right hand side value. So can I write this as this is 1 minus p by b whole square divided by 1 minus b by p whole square? Yes. Further I can write this as this is nothing but b minus p whole square divided by b square into this is p minus b whole square divided by p square. Now b minus p whole square is the same as p minus b whole square. So they get cancelled out and eventually you get what? 1 divided by p square divided by, 1 divided by b square divided by p square, which is just like saying this is nothing but p square by b square, which is equal to your rightmost term. So you will say LHS is equal to RHS is equal to the rightmost term which was given in this question. I really enjoyed solving the questions with the help of PBH. I hope you would experience the same or you are experiencing the same. If you feel that this video is really knowledgeable and informative and it really helps you to solve the questions on trigonometry completely and correctly, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. If you have already done so, click on the bell icon and select all so that you get regular updates from us. If you want us to do some videos on specific topics or difficult topics, do not hesitate and put it in the comment section. Thank you so much. Until next we meet, goodbye.